away. On the near end, the Mavs, a.k.a. the Mavericks of Ontario, going up against the Royals of Quebec. So we have a Battle of Canada here. A preview of the 2025 Club Championships. You're listening to Ben Johnson alongside recent victor here.
Jessica Gray.
As snow is limbed.
Ooh. Going to see a lot of firepower out of both of these teams. I'm not sure who Mavs beat to get here. I think Royals took out Hex.
Other way around.
This is consolation. Oh my, this is what happens when you plot me on the commentary. So sorry, everybody.
Well, and surprises on both ends as both teams perform very well. Matthew Garcia limbed. And then taken out in the semifinals or in the quarterfinals.
Oh, wow, okay. Still a very strong showing for both Canadian teams.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice shot by Savard out of the middle on fellow Quebecer, Rome.
Hegler in the middle. Hoping hard throw. Nick Grenier picked up out of Manitoba. Member of New Era.
A little bit of a Team Canada men's reunion on this side with some of their pickups.
Maximus Patry on the left wing in the corner. 2 balls in hand. Whoop, ups and downs. Staying alive, Thomas Savard. Second one into the gloves. You think you have him. I like to call that a little teddy bear catch.
Oh, yeah. He made eyes with that one. I keep looking at the women's line and thinking everybody's stepping out.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, you've witnessed it just moments ago.
Yeah. So Savard coming up against a tough 4v1. Let's see what he does. A very formidable catcher. Ooh.
And new to the team, not new to top performance, Matthew Wood gives it his all.
Diving catch. Manages to not take Mergler out by the legs. And we're up 1-0.
And he's one of the few players wearing elbow pads, so glad he is. First point on the board. Brilliant speed, both teams. Savard quick to throw. No connection. Spencer Tate now on court. Handing it to Liebel. Good.
They go for Maximus. Very good target selection.
Not just lifting that he does. Meanwhile, co-captain Luis Pierre Blanchette, he's eliminated.
Oh, was that taken out on a double?
And one. Good ups.
Oh, wow. They take 2 throws on 2 different targets and connect both. Now we're looking at a 4v3.
Both teams powerful and accurate. Number 12, also a Patry. That's Robinson Patry.
They're just missing their other brother Boris for this tournament, but usually there's all 3 of them on the court.
Meanwhile,
It'd be really fun to play with your siblings.
Yeah.
Tries to pull a Mergler and secure that catch on the ground.
Snow, brilliant throw. Play call now. Nick Grenier in the middle. Royals on offense. Watch Joshua Walsh. It's Savard with the throw right on Tate.
Nice, honest. I thought that might have been a nice jump block there.
Finger tag. Martin Dutel, number 77, co-captain. Shout out whoever selected the font size for the Royals.
Yeah, very clear to see, even from this side of the court.
Easy, smooth blocking, Jeff Snow. Play call with Grenier. Teammates on the world stage.
Yeah, Grenier has represented both the mixed and the men's side on the world stage.
Good lift again. Most of these players, not only can they get up, they just also get their legs tucked away too.
I know, especially for a lot of tall guys managing to really ball themselves up in the air.
Till calling the ball. Savard saying, hey man, I'm on the wing here with no ball.
Oh, Nick. Oh, was that a bounce? Oh, bounce, all right.
Now 2-2. Only 1 score. Hard throw, whizzing away. Till keeping himself safe.
Oof, nice try on the cross court.
And just keeps himself safe. dangerous blocking, keeping elbows in. That means the ball's almost on body.
Seeing a lot of crosses come out of the Royals.
Backcourt brilliance here from Snow.
Snow read that like a book.
Snow and the 7 Giants over here.
And I think they're giving them both a little bit of a break.
Wearing the wood jersey, Joel Jodoin.
A new addition to the Mavs roster who will also be representing them at clubs this year. And Danchenko on the court for the first time as well, out of the right side. One of Canada's young up-and-coming talents.
Yeah, for commentary, right?
For commentary, yeah, exactly. I commentated with him yesterday.
Good pressure, Royals. Burden to throws on them.
5, 4.
Ooh, just skipping.
Fellow glasses Benjamin, number 8, puts the pressure on. Rousseau checking in with teammates. They're keeping it on. Spencer Tate.
Ooh, Romain with a nice throw. Just misses Josh Walsh.
Tate picking up the ball again. Wood, center court, ready's on defense. Who's going to be the target? Good on-target throw. Getting small, but not small enough.
Looks like he might have just got him on the head. We're looking at a 5v4.
Shows you the power of that 6-12 movement on throws. When you just back tag someone. Walsh, meanwhile, hard fastball goes high.
I'm waiting for Joel to get a throw out here.
Jodoin, hero on the world stage on the mixed foam team.
Yes, both in 2022 and in 2024. He's got 2 gold medals to his name.
Ready at the attack line, into the gloves of the captain, who does a push-up. That's fitness.
Oh, tried to use all his core strength to keep himself in bounds there, but maybe he's a little too top-heavy, too many upper muscles. Oof. Joel tries to go for the cross with his classic oof throw.
Personal sound effects. Good throw. Getting too low.
Oh, they're calling that a hit. Okay. And we're looking at a 3v3.
Point advantage is on the Mavs, so if you're the Royals, sticking with it, it's not too far away.
Yeah, 20-minute halves, 40-minute matches today. A lot more dodgeball time. Ooh.
And there we go. You got to see her. Joel Jodoin throw wearing the wood jersey.
Ooh, almost catches Martin Dutil looking for a ball in the back. I would have taken that throw, of course.
5, 4.
Martin Dutil, he's risen to the world stage as far back as 2019.
Yes, that's true. Representing the men's team in Mexico in 2019, and then he was on the co-ed side in 2022 in Edmonton.
By contrast, Maximus Patry, I would say 2024, he was just emerged
Yeah,
onto the
that was his world's debut on the men's side. Again, another one of the, call them young bloods in the country. See how he plays this 3v1. That's a tall task, but he is known to be both a phenomenal thrower and catcher. See that there as he just misses Woods by the feet.
Interesting quirk of this stadium as we have a shot connecting is the lighting, the natural lighting that sometimes comes out.
Oh yeah, I think yesterday it was on the other side. I was wondering if it was going to impede
later
anybody's.
in the day it starts, I think, turn sideways. Did you ever have it affect you during the game?
No, but we got to one of our courts and we're like, who turned up the lights?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I felt like I was seeing new colors. When you don't leave a gym for 8 hours a day, you forget what sunlight looks like.
Danchenko now opening rush with Garcia Silveira. They connect on Rousseau. Good throw by Tate. Protection, Roman Leibel. He's going to stay in that left wing. Burden to throw on the Royals.
5, 4.
Ooh,
They connect on
get a
Danchenko.
nice connection on Danchenko.
Mergler now in that right wing.
Mergler with the beard. I think this is one of the first times I've ever seen him with that much facial hair. Ooh, that is the second time that LP and Maximus have intersected for a double.
Big
And Romain
shots.
takes advantage of the chaos.
Robinson Patriots. Now 2 remaining for Royals.
Oh, we see Matthew Silvera on the court, I think, for the first time this match.
Ready to throw. They take 2, and
Oh,
that is
wow.
another point.
That was a very fast point. I think Mavs only lost 1 player in that whole exchange. And it's 4-0 for Mavs with 9.5 minutes left in the first half.
So you have the opposite problem, but if you were behind 4-0 right now, do you call timeout? How should the team switch things up if they're the Royals?
Honestly, I would call a timeout. I think 4-0 is just kind of that sweet spot. You still have a chance to come back, but you definitely need to start making adjustments, whether that's roster changes. Oh, looks like they're making some calls off the rush there. Okay, I think they might have called one of the balls not clear, so Ben Rousseau is back on the court.
Oh, Jeff was going, no way, man. Okay.
Oh, no, it was clear. They were saying that they blew the whistle to make a call, and it should have stopped dead there.
Okay, so that was the
Yeah.
play had not been activated.
But yeah, I think, oh, that was a nice shot out of Ben Rousseau. Lucky
Hugo
you got
Benoit,
another life there. But yeah, I would say 4-0 is a good time to call a timeout. Give your team a little break and just kind of recalibrate. Because it's still, with so much time left on the clock, it is not an impossible task, but you do need to make some changes. Obviously, things aren't necessarily working. You can see the Royals getting a little impatient, which tends to happen when you're down a bunch of points and you're trying to figure out a way to claw yourself back. But I wouldn't get too antsy just yet. There's still a lot of dodgeball.
Patrick targeted, but he stays alive. Idir Hamel, he was sitting early, and just temptation got him there. Benjamin Rousseau, 2 balls in hand now with Captain Blanchette. Rousseau, early release. Snow is not going to be caught sleeping on that.
No. Oh, wow. What a beautiful cross court from
How it hits
Snow.
his back. That's just
I know, you could see him just maybe get a look at it at the last minute, but he didn't get out of the way in time. And now co-captain LP is going to come up to the line. But 1v5, that's a tall task. Let's see how he approaches it. Would you go for a catch? Go for some hits? I always want to get greedy and go for a catch, but
that's a good one to do when you're the last, especially if you're getting tired.
yeah, especially when you're up against 5, you know, you might want to put a little bit more risk into it. High risk, high reward plays when you're down just 1 body on the court.
You can go coast to coast with his throws, no problem, which both of these teams are stacked with players that can go back line to back line. Hail of bullets, 1-2, no connections.
Ooh, there's a ball just rolling, and he's able to get it in time.
In and he's
Oh.
commitment again.
I really like the commitment. I like the look there. Little risky going for that ball. You could see the Mavs didn't want to let him get that one for free. Both charged him. And it looks like they're calling a timeout now. I support that decision. Stop the momentum of the Mavs, who are now up 5-0 with 6.5 left.
If you're the Mavs and you're up, and this would be familiar territory, is there anything that, are you thinking about club champs? Are you thinking about, hey, let's switch things up, let's try something different? Unlike your teammates, only Grenier is added to the roster.
Yeah, I think so. He's their only guest star this weekend. Myself, I always tell my team, I know that when you're up a couple points, you want to start slow playing it, but I find sometimes slow play leads to a level of complacency where you stop taking those risks that have been working, like the counters. You start throwing 1 ball, and sometimes it'll cost you. As my coach Spencer Thoreau says, I'm a foot on the net kind of girl. You know, when you've got that pressure, there's really no reason to let up on it. At the end of the day, as long as you're not going to put yourself or your teammates at risk of blowing their arms out, you can keep that pressure up and just keep crushing until the game's over.
Jules Jodoin sitting still, so that's something I might expect a little bit more play time from him as he gets more exposure on that team. Danchenko probably is full of vim and vinegar, happy to keep playing.
Of course. Ooh, and he lets off a rocket there.
He was talking about, not really doing stretching and that sort of thing. And he's like, oh yeah, not yet. You don't have to worry about that so much.
He's still a young gun where your bones are all doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Up and ineligible to be caught, as is that one.
Oof.
Romain staying inside.
The Royals go down to 1 ball, but they get 2 hits out of it, so not necessarily the worst situation to be in at this point.
And yes.
Makes the grab, and
Savard.
the line ref is confirming that he managed to tiptoe and stay in bounds there. Great body control from Savard.
Shout out to the organizers, making sure that there is not just the kind of the core refs, but also line refs. It's such a tricky spot to be able to referee.
I have to say shout out to the teams who are taking on that duty. All the teams here are charged with reffing all the matches. So shout out to everybody for staying committed and diligent.
Absolutely, and no trade, so that's in favor of Royals. This is their best chance. Put a point on the board. Although they have yet to take out the myth, the man, the legend, Snow. Lord Snow. Sporting the double barrel, ambidextrous body. And now
I am convinced that is the key to his incredible longevity, being able to share the load between one arm and the other. Ooh. Put a lot of pressure, but decide not to take the throw.
And like the same efficiency of hair that Romain is doing as well.
Ooh, that was
Because
coming right to
otherwise
me.
that would have got him.
For anybody that didn't, I didn't even flinch on that one. I didn't even flinch.
You did not.
All right, let's see if they can put a point on the board.
And yes.
Oh,
that
a
was
little bit
Savard
of
with
a
the
friendly
throw.
exchange there. I'm sure it was in French, and I did not understand it.
C'est bon.
And they get a point on the board in the first half. Just 1 point can make all the difference. Give yourself a little bit of confidence. Know that you can do it. A little bit more momentum.
So we are seeing Snow sit. Jodoin now taking the left wing. Cook to the line, both teams. Wood pressuring.
A little bit of a fumble on the Royals side on the rush, so they don't capitalize, even though the burden is on them to throw because they won the last game.
Big throw, better dodging. Joshua Walsh on the left wing, making a quick defensive play call. Expect him to be putting some pressure on.
They put 2 balls on Savard. That's a smart target. He is, as we just saw, quite the catcher.
Thomas staying alive, and he sends it right at me. Ooh.
Did it get you?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. That netting is just
So the first throw got you, and the second throw did get Joel, who I think was their actual target for both of those throws, but a little bit of friendly fire on commentary.
Tate now on that left wing. Watch out, Savard again. Big throw. Patry,
Big rip.
Robinson, and Walsh taking the opportunity to throw it Denchenko, but he stays alive. Full court here.
Skipped just in front of him.
Royals doing well. If you get that 2 in a row, like off by 3 is nothing.
Yeah, honestly, 40-minute matches, that's my favorite. I find 20 minutes, it's hard to cut momentum when it hits, but 40 minutes, so much can happen on both sides.
5 players to 4. Extra ball burden on Mavericks. Good pressure to Till. He's targeted.
That's exactly what he wanted. He's saying, throw at me, and Mergler did.
5, 4.
Robinson, Patry sends it
Looks
on
like they're
Wood.
calling that a bounce, yep. Just skipped in front of his ankles there.
Wood, a former melee player, former Saskatchewan.
Also part of the men's program this year. Or this past year, sorry. Just time is a blur these days.
Mavs, 10.
Quiet in the action. Mergler play call. All 4 men with the ball. Send Solo.
Go at
taking
2
out
different
Benoit.
targets.
Hugo eliminated, as is Tate's.
4v3 now with the burden on Royals. Let's see who they target.
4, 3.
Great target, but they go a little
Weird.
high. Somehow manage to get those balls back.
And Mergler falling back perfectly, using only his heels, and confirmed he did not step out.
Nope. We got Xander Simos, the line ref in here, and I can see him eyes peeled on that line.
Ball scissoring, but not connecting. Grenier ready, boom! He's hit.
Oh, Wood capitalizes on a little bit of distraction on the other side.
Yeah, Captain Blanchette.
They've got less than a minute to play now.
5, 4, 3.
Ooh.
Oh, and one.
Wow, that's a double.
That ball had eyes. It hit Patry, it turned around, and kind of suckered Walsh.
I almost was able to turn for the catch, but the ball was just too sharp of an angle.
Huge turnaround moment from going 3-2 down to 2-1.
With less than 30 seconds left to play.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Big rip and connects.
Connects. All right, we got a 1v1. Let's see. I predict this might go into no blocking, but I don't want to commentate or curse this. So let's just see how they both play it out. If either team even elects to throw.
Right, and Dutil not even
Oh,
wanting to
I don't
send
think he,
Wasn't
by the
quite-
look on his face, I don't think he knew that the time was running out. He kind of looks to his
He's talking
team
to his
to,
Yeah. Good thing that was in French.
yeah. I think he's a little bit upset there that no one gave him a good countdown. But that's okay. I love watching people play no blocking. I love analyzing no blocking strategy. Do you throw first? Do you bait them out? Do you go for a catch? Let's see.
And we saw unbelievable patience from Martin. So let's see, does it change and become more frenetic? He likes to send one.
He does send one first.
Ground.
Oh, I think he manages to
Or
maybe hit a
ball
ball
contact.
on the way down. Ooh, risky. Always want to have 2 balls in hand.
Right on target. The vet does
What
it.
a throw. So cool, calm, and collected there. Again, barely needed to step off the back line to make that throw.
So as we proceed to the second half, we're going to have to task you with writing down what you think might be our VC Dodgeball finalists for player of the match. Strong performance overall from the Mavs. 2 players per. Well, and my job is just to simply to say words.
You
in
can't see us
form
over
of
here,
a-
but I'm just pointing at Ben to make him do it.
So do we
I don't
have
want the
any-
pressure.
And I think one of the things that's actually surprising, there hasn't been huge individual stand-up performances, right?
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been those like epic turnarounds for a particular player.
I mean, I want to say Mergler on that last one. He
Mergler
got the
certainly
nice
gets
double
brought
and
to the
then
list.
finishes it off.
We're looking over on the Savard had a good early moments.
Yeah, and I would say LP as well with some really good pressure and again another catch that you almost stayed in bounds for afterwards.
Brilliant push up. And then if we look for Mavs, Snow comes to mind for me.
Yeah, look at us picking Snow and
Snow and
Merg.
Merg.
Classic.
But, hey, you know what? I often find the other part is like we tend to overlook Jeff Snow because he's expected to perform. That is our draft, Mitch.
Yeah.
There's
No pressure for anybody watching to make your votes right now, but think about it as you watch.
As we have another few minutes here entering the second half, particularly if the Royals have some turnaround moments, it'll be individual heroics that make it happen. So let's see what we have here. So Robinson Patry on court.
Ooh, they throw two different targets. Merg just lifts his leg out of the way on that one. If you're Royals, you got to look at this like it's a 0-0 game. Fresh start, brand new 20 minutes.
Walsh holding up the left wing. Savard, as usual,
5,
powerful in the right. Sends it hard on target. Snow is saying, I use my ball. I'm
Refs
good."
confirming.
Big shot, high, low.
Josh Walsh looks for Joel Jodoin in the middle and just misses.
Shot clock counting down.
Oof. On court. And he gets that rolling ball. still no hits out of either side yet.
5.
Oof, they're looking at Mergler. They want him gone.
Royals. 10.
And I think the ball's going to stay on the Royals side, so it'll be their burden to throw.
A lot of bodies.
5.
Are you ready?
No hits yet in this exchange.
3.
Oh,
Now
we
we
get
got
one.
it.
And
a
the
catch. Walsh saying, I want to be one of those MVP finalists.
Yeah, must have hurt us over here.
Is he a lefty arm as well?
Yes, he is.
5.
Oh my goodness, who threw that? Was that Nick?
Oof, that is a Grenier hammer.
I don't want that. I don't want that smoke anywhere near me.
Watch that, Matthew Garcia Cervera
Holding the line, making some real intense eye contact up there.
hiding in the shadows. Grenier getting hands back. Play call now by the Mavs.
5.
Big rips
Oh
again.
my gosh,
now
that hit me.
Now you've been connected.
And Walsh gets another grab, and we're looking at a 5v2. That one hit me in the head, and I didn't even flinch either. I didn't even see it coming.
Garcia Cervera hiding in the corner.
Oh,
Grenier,
wow.
whoa!
Nice shot out of Ben Rousseau, number
Perfectly
8.
placed Benjamin. Ooh, the curve. Wow, that was a wide sweeper.
Let's see how Maddie plays this.
Oh, that's a brilliant catch.
I was about to say something to that effect, but didn't want to jinx it. I thought he was going to do where he puts the ball in between his legs to go for the catch, but he just elected to let them go.
Watch out for Walsh. He's had a couple this set. Blanchette, Rousseau, Detail, low, and making a play call. Shot clock counting down against them, though.
Ooh.
2-ball block.
It's a 4v2 against 2 veteran Mavs players, veteran Team Canada teammates.
Oh, ricochet.
He uses Maddie as a screen.
Was that me? Yeah, stay with the game, buddy. Oh, did
Is
that
that a
drop?
drop
That
ball?
definitely.
I'm not
That
sure.
was worth the refs coming because, like, he swiped at it, but I felt like it kind of quickly bounced back into his hands. But the Royals saying, no, you're good.
See if they call it a drop block, which would be an out for anybody watching, but they call
Clear,
it safe.
clear. So maybe he slammed it.
Yeah.
We're talking some of the best grips in the game.
Right here.
Big throw,
Oof.
missed.
You want to run him down. Opts for the dodge instead of looking for the catch on that one. Ooh.
Many misses. Look out,
Oh,
lethal.
oh, oh.
That's
a
sneaky.
classic.
Yeah.
That's a Maddie trap right there if I've ever seen one. Lying back catching is something he loves to do.
Stays clear, 2-ball block. On target, and
my.
Walsh. Add him to the list.
Add him to the list. I'm going to write it down.
That's 3 crucial catches. Put a point on the board for the Royals. Down 4. Many minutes remaining.
16 to be exact. Oof.
What would Josh Wall do?
Wow. He did that with a lot of confidence.
And as a left wing, like he's not your inside middle player. Dangerous because he's going to use that lefty arm.
Oh, wow. Mavs doing a full court press, even though it is on the Royals to throw. They got exactly what they wanted out of that. Not the best laid throw, and of course they go for Josh Walsh, who was crucial in that last win for Royals.
So now taking the left. Blanchette, Detail, Savard, Blanchette with the throw.
Just a graze on Mergler, and a refund on that one, so they'll be back up to 4 balls.
Joel Jordan in between Grenier and Wood. Let's see, that's only Spencer Tate and Snow who just got wins. So
I don't know if they could have gone for that catch. I wasn't sure if the first one might have hit Snow already, but.
Grenier dangerous in the left wing.
Ooh, they throw 3 balls at 3 different targets and don't get any hits.
4 balls. 4 men at the line, many throws.
Ooh, that's a good target. That's a target I would have been looking at. But
4
Joel
players
does
to 5.
really good at getting really, really high up in the air and then
There's dust, yeah.
really low to the ground, all in the same motion. What a block.
Savard, dangerous. He does that just minimum effective dose blocking.
He really keeps his elbows tucked, which can kind of be risky. You want to sort of push your elbows back out to make sure that there's no way that the ball ricochets somewhere off your arms.
All apiece for the Mavs men.
5, 4,
Pump fake, solo throw. Rousseau getting up in the way.
Mavs playing a little bit slower here, only giving them one ball, so they likely only have one ball to throw back on the return.
Tate putting that ball up to protect himself. Any counters happening? Oh, Rousseau tagged. And Savard!
That was a phenomenal one-hand catch, and he manages to stay in bounds just long enough to gain control and then falls out of bounds. We are playing with the 2024 rulebook where you can make aerial catches and you don't need 2 points of contact.
5, 4,
Wood, new to the Mavs team, sends one. No eliminations.
Is this his second year with the Mavs? Or his first year?
First year, previously Mele.
Oh, okay, so this is his first year with the Mavericks, all right.
And another point.
6-3.
Royals with momentum.
And there's a timeout. I was just checking our list to make sure we did have Savard on there.
We're going to see some more Maximus.
You're right. Has he been on this half?
Yeah, not this half.
Not this half,
been a
all
while.
right. Maximus pulling the no knee pad meta game. What are your thoughts on that one?
That's a young man's flex.
Exactly. My knees are too precious.
Listen, look at those.
We got, you really couldn't see. I mean, LP doing it too. We got the other Patry brother as well. I love my knees too much. I don't land on them hard, but I like to slide around the court a lot, and I don't think I can do that without them.
Even if you just got the leggings, it's just like good treatment to avoid the kind of the burns.
Yeah, there are leggings you can get now that have like built-in hex
Oh, interesting. Okay,
knee pads. They're
It's a decent compromise. It's
really
more like the elbow
interesting.
pads.
Yeah, they're almost like, they're exactly like the elbow pads. I know Zion Leaf on Howell wears them.
Oh, yes, Spencer. He was happy with that one.
Oh my gosh, he tracks that down, snags it from his knees.
Those arms, it's not just vanity. He just did a bicep curl to bring it in.
Oh, and they target him for that one. They didn't like that.
Bergler using his hand, making the play call. Wood unable to put it in, but Walsh is.
Oh my goodness, he gets the counter on Wood and the catch on Danchenko. He is really locked in this second half.
Key performer.
Oh, and they
Big shots
throw,
on tape.
honestly, when you have those balls, you can risk throwing them. I think they threw 3 there.
5, 4,
We're back to our
Team Canada
veteran
performers.
players
Yeah.
on the Mavs side.
5, 4,
Oof.
Chet wide of target. Burden to throw with the extra ball now on the Mavs.
You're looking at 6 players on the Royals.
4,
Take your pick of target, essentially. Ooh.
Good ups, Benjamin.
Ooh.
Nice low, Savard.
There's a lot of no-looks coming out of this Mavs side. I kind of look at one player, throw at another, see if they'll catch someone off guard.
Oh, it's still full bodies here.
Yeah, a full complement on the Royals side.
He's got up, down. There's so many of them, big-shouldered boys here. They're like, just you might as well huck it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. You can kind of take your pick. It's definitely harder on the men's side. There's less room to move, so the fact that they're all staying alive and not dodging into each other is quite impressive. And you see Martin Dutil get the nice rundown kill on Jeff Snow, bringing it to 6v2.
Mavs, Walsh drawing attention. So sneaky with that lefty arm.
I know. I love it. Valkyrie has 4 lefties.
Up and
the
caught by
catch.
Blanchette. Never hit a man with glasses. The fives are happening right now.
Oh, the risk of wearing glasses on the court. I mean, maybe he hasn't bought into the goggles lifestyle yet, but it scares me every time. That's too much glass near your face.
See, the thing is, it's intimidating to the other player.
It is.
Right? And it's like, how dare you hit me with glasses? Even if you got like cheap $20 glasses, the other person is just unbelievably crestfallen. Savard retreating.
Oh, wow.
Tate stuck at the line, and then Stanchenko.
Oh, they get a double. I think it grazes Spencer Tate and then gets Stanchenko on the other side. A little misplay on the Mavs rush. Let's see if Royals can use this to their advantage.
Could it become 6-5? Savard is eliminated. Many shots fired. Detail providing pressure. He's not releasing. He wants a ball coming
only
back.
ball in hand, but he's managing to hold them back really well until Walsh gets that other ball.
Burden to throw with the extra player.
Sorry. I feel like I'm just I keep getting closer and closer to the court.
Just be careful. There's one stray ball that's going to just knock us out here.
Yeah.
That was a good throw, but better jump. Blanchette getting the ball. Pressure, Snow. Burden to throw on the Royals.
Oh, wow. I'm not quite sure what Mergler was looking at there.
Missed the moment.
I don't know what he was looking at there, but his attention was diverted away, and Josh Walsh capitalized on that. Oh, my goodness. Write that down, everybody in the chat. Josh Walsh has locked in for this second half and is doing a lot of work for the Royals side, getting those last 2 kills, bringing it down to 5v1.
Talk about release speed that Joel was not able to get his out.
No, he did a little bit of a duck, got him right on the back. Wow. Oh my goodness. And look at that, just like that, it is 6-5 with just under 9 minutes remaining. This is getting spicy. I don't think they have, they don't have another timeout. They're just doing a mini huddle over there.
And the second half without Maximus.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be hard when you sit yourself, but sometimes you just got to do what's working for your team, running the hot lines.
We'll see Savard tossing back to Wood. He's not sending it. Savard wanting the attention.
Goes defensive.
Calls his own number right here, I believe. Sends it hard. Missing Snow. Good move having Grenier on that wing. He needs to rifle some balls right now.
Oh, and they throw 2 balls at Walsh. Great target selection there. He's been doing the most damage on this Royals side.
Benjamin Rousseau now on the left wing. A la gauche with the throw.
Oh. Stray red ball on the court.
Hey, a little reset moment. Burden, Mavs.
Royals are doing a lot of rush counters. Haven't connected yet.
He's hiding back in the corner there. And Blanchette.
Little whisper up from me.
That ball
and
hits
he catches Walsh back on. Ooh.
the chest wall of Blanchette and then just hovers there for him to catch. Dangerous when you make your kind of top opponent the first out.
Yeah, exactly. You want them gone, but then also you don't want them back. And they go for Josh Walsh again, this time not connecting. But they do get a connection on Grenier. I believe that was Robinson Patry getting a nice throw off there. Using the fact that they've been diverting a lot of tension towards Josh Walsh to kind of capitalize on being relatively invisible to the Mavs side.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like when you can see, when you draw that much attention, good teamwork means making use of that kind of quiet shadow.
Yeah, good strategy is knowing that they're not looking at you, they're not focusing on you. You can see their eyes going somewhere else.
Lucia Severo with the play call. 4 men, ball apiece. Targeting Walsh
again
on the forearms. I think Walsh kind of looking to his teammates going, what, like when they're at me,
you know, you can see they're looking at me. You got to give a little bit more pressure. Don't make it easy for them.
Stay a team. Right? The survivability of an individual sometimes is, you know, like kind of lock in on just trying to stay alive. As Wood does a good job of that right there. Benjamin Rousseau getting a ball, passing it over to Detail. Burden to throw on the Mavs with an extra player. Big rip.
Oh, wow. Benjamin Rousseau. Also a team
Sorry, that was,
right
that
at
was
you.
a big reaction on my part.
Ben Rousseau, also a Team Canada gold medalist from this past Worlds in Austria. He represents the mixed foam side. He got the call up when, unfortunately, one of their players couldn't make it.
Check getting low, stays alive.
Oh,
but
and Mergler takes
Mergler-
a very honest finger block. He is always such an honest player. He plays with so much integrity. It's really great to watch.
Actually, one of the reasons when I bought a jersey for my son, I actually made it a Mergler one.
Oh, yeah?
Top performer and just an icon of the spirit
Yeah,
of this game.
the face of Canada, we call him.
2 balls apiece, Mavs men.
I saw you yesterday wearing your Merglers jersey.
Yeah,
One out of
the Melbourne Merglers.
Yeah. I'm jealous of that one. He almost looks like a walker from Game of Thrones with like the icy eyes.
Truly.
Oh, wow. Great throw by Martin Dutil.
And
We've got a 3v1 looking to tie it up with just under 5 left to play.
Good
Ooh,
shot,
Ben
better
gets
jump.
him nice and high.
So Blanchette, Dutil.
Spencer Tate, no stranger to being alone on the court and turning some pivotal moments.
Big block. Burden to throw.
Pacheco can't stop that ball on the side and it rolls back.
Royals.
All
Shot
right,
clock.
everybody, make sure you get in your votes for player of the match. For the Mavs side, we have Jeff Snow and Jason Mergler, classic. And for the Royals side, we have Savard and Walsh. So make sure to get your votes in.
That's what I mean, underappreciated. They're sort
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
taken for granted.
They're
as well.
the Giannis's, you know, if anybody is an NBA fan.
I like to actually call him the Greek freak.
Oh, yeah? I think my partner Will has that nickname. He's a big fan. He is Greek and plays basketball, so he loves it.
That's
loves
a
a little bit of
natural.
his heritage, yeah.
Meanwhile, 6 apiece.
Oof, they managed to tie it up. I believe that's coming back from a 6-1 deficit at half.
That's
That is
incredible.
5 unanswered points in a row from this Royals side with 3 minutes. Oh,
Meanwhile,
Maximus is back on the court.
Maximus Decimus Meridius. Here we are, young blood ready to go.
See if he can come in. He says, I want to play too. I want to do big stuff too.
See if he draws attention.
Ooh.
He has a really big throw in between targets, resetting the shot clock. Now Mavs.
Yep. And they keep, giving him the ball. He doesn't want it. Gives it to his teammate, Ben Rousseau, to make the play call. And take the throw.
Wants to see some Grenier throws.
Ooh. Oh. Trying to figure out whether that bounced, but in the end it doesn't matter because he does step out of bounds. So regardless of whether he was hit first, that is still out of bounds.
Speaking of ground first, that just hit the ground before hitting Snow.
5, 4.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he had the perfect angle in that.
I can confirm that stayed in his
saw,
ankles.
and that's what's great about that sunshine. Yeah, where there was some brilliant light under.
Yeah, that was incredible. Catches Maximus back on the court. Again, I cannot understand enough how well Josh Walsh has been playing this game.
3, 2.
Oh, wow. We're getting a little bit of a clump here.
Whoop, up it!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That is composure.
That was impressive. I do think, Nick, I support that decision. You try to take advantage of the chaos. Oh, and they get Jeff Snow. We're looking at 1.5 minutes. Let's see how they play this, if they want to make this their last game in some sort of way. They got just over a minute. Oh.
Good throw. Shadwan, a great throw taken out.
Oh my
Wood.
goodness.
It's just Matty Garcia Severa now. No.
Every time
Joe
I
Dunn,
think
he's alive.
Every time I think it's like, oh, they're going to go slow, maybe play a little reserved, you get a lot of those cross moments. Joel is trying to look for that. Oh, he gets it.
Well, they can just accelerate their performance so quickly.
Yeah. I do think with less than a minute left, I could see the Royals trying to maybe run the clock a little.
Well, and no blocking with this many player advantage. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a heat
I watched
seeker.
that throw. It
Spanked
literally
him.
looks like he whispered Max's name into
yeah,
that ball,
yeah.
and it found him.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
That was the gluteus maximus.
Oh, we've got 30 seconds left.
Royals 10.
30
Okay.
minutes.
So if you're Mavs, do you want quick out? Jodoin has 2 balls in hand. Big
I'm
shot.
always looking for, if you can make that hit, then just keep trucking for it. You know, if you're missing
pro
a little,
offense.
yeah.
Okay. Guns blazing.
Oh, wow. They
Step
made them
off.
step out of bounds. Yeah, honestly, that's an interesting call.
That's
With
when you have a
2
coach.
veteran players on the court, I know it's a 4v2, but I don't think that was completely unrealistic. But I guess you'd rather, push for that extra one than, potentially risk a guaranteed loss. But that's a hard one. That's a hard one to take because I do understand the decision, but I also could see those 2 players turning it up. They both got great arms, great hands. Have a little faith in your players, but I also see as a veteran coach from Victor Gravilli, making a good decision as a team supporting it.
Maximus now sitting.
And we got no blocking here. Oh my goodness.
Oh, right on the wood.
As Savard, number 66, out the middle.
He impresses me.
Oh,
He's been wing, big shot, big limb. Action here.
Oh, Josh
Burglar.
Walsh goes for Snow, doesn't get it. And again, you've got 4 veteran players for Mavs. We're looking at a 5v4. Mavs is looking to get the tie to potentially force this into overtime. Jeff Snow gets the hit.
Now 4v4.
4v4.
5.
So Savad to Till, missing on Snow. Now
Nice
Burton to
look.
throw Mavs.
Snow just looked like he floated in the air for a second there.
5.
Very chill.
4.
Not close.
10.
We don't have to worry about the time. We do have to worry about the shot clock, and the burden is on the Royals.
5. 4. 3.
Hard on target.
Goodness, LP, you could see Merck wanted that catch.
Right on the hips.
Oh my goodness, LP, what a cannon.
4. 3. 2.
Speaking of cannon, though, we want to see some more Grenier's
Oh.
shots. I think that's
A little bit of a risky throw out of Ben Rousseau. It doesn't necessarily go near anybody that he wanted, I don't think. But keeping them on their toes.
now Jodoin with 2 in hand. Right on target.
Oh, Ben goes for the catch. Oh my gosh, LP, that was wonderful. And gets the refund. I think it might have just hit like the middle section of the nets to come back.
5.
Oh, no.
Chaos for a
no,
moment here.
no. They
Oh,
throw
Jodoin.
all the balls. Oh, Joel
Sort.
lands pretty hard. Looks like he might just be a
Okay.
little rattled. They do give all the balls to the Mavs side.
Now this is where we see Grenier just take off because he's had to be a +1 on
It
this
is
team.
really.
And the
Oh
catch!
my goodness! Oh my goodness! I am shaking.
And who
in
does
my-
it bring on?
Oh, Josh Walsh.
Jeff Snow, ready, sets, delivers.
Oh my
Holy!
gosh! Manages to stay alive.
How small can you get?
Oh my goodness! And the Royals take the win. That is a huge comeback victory from 6-1 to win 8-6. You've got to give credit to the Royals. Wow, what an incredible comeback.
And who better to have that final shot to take it out?
Then our potentially MVP of that match, Josh Walsh, and LP to secure that catch, even though he gave all 6 balls. Oh, okay. It was Josh? Josh did win MVP? Is that what we're saying on this? Congratulations, Josh Walsh and the Royals. And that was Jessica.